This is an exciting day because we are up here in the Roseville subdivision near Northern California, but we're actually just over the border in Sparks, Nevada, right next to downtown Reno, Nevada. And we're working the LRA63 Local Job in the Reno Industrial Park. So it's just a short ride, and we only have 7 cars. So it's not a big, complicated job. However, as you'll see, there are some challenges. Before I show you where we are, I just want to show you a cool new feature that was just added to the depot train tracker. Up here on the right, you can see now you can check off the different subdivisions, and it'll show on the map. So I just want, actually, I don't even want Southern California because we're up in Northern California. So now you can see Southern California, the black lines are gone. And this is where we're at today up here in, well, we call it Northern California in the Roseville Sub, but we're actually in Reno, Nevada at the Sparks yard. And then here's the depot's map for Sparks yard. And we're starting, I think we're on track 013. And then we're going to be heading west. And then if I go up a page, we're just down the road here a little bit near downtown Reno, and we're in the Reno Industrial Park. So we're going to be working these, what is this, 5? Yeah, we got 5 industries here we're going to be working. All right, well, let's get these 2 engines started up and we'll be on our way. Now, we don't actually need the power of 2 locomotives because we've only got 7 cars here. But I'm bringing this one because of how this industry is laid out. You'll see I'm gonna need it later. But I'm just gonna isolate it for now. Let's get the gauge lights. I like to have the gauge lights on. And we can pull the handbrakes off. And then let's just do a quick brake test. So actually I got automatic brakes on when you fire it up there. So I got to release it and then we'll do a quick test and then we'll be on our way. Because this train is so short, you can see we're already at almost 90 on the rear and the flow's already way down. So I think we're ready. Let's go with 20-pound reduction here. Let me move a little closer so we can see the gauge better. All right, so we're at 68 there. And we got 68 on the rear already, so that's super fast. 7 cars, it's really no delay. And then let me see if I can do release the independent brake. And then let's see if we can bail it off. Watch that needle there, it'll drop. There it goes all the way to 0. Oh, I think that little shudder there was because we maybe started to move an inch or 2. All right, now I can put that back on, put the independent back on. And then I can release the train brake. Yeah, that flow needle just comes right back because it's such a short train. All right, now we're going to have to go... let me check them, actually, because we're not going very far. This is a really short local job. That's right. I think this is only... Yeah, well, this is only 1 page for Northern California. So we're over here at Sparks, and West Sparks is where I'm going to be coming out. And then Sutro is where I need to be on track 2 up here. Oh yeah, so we're in the Reno Industrial Park there, right up here. That's where I need to go. So I wonder, can I set that as a destination? Yeah, let's see if Auto will route me there. Let's give him a call. All right, so he's got us acknowledged. Switches our line for another train. Let's see, what's he doing here on the dispatch screen? Oh yeah, because we got this MICH coming through. But we can make our way to the end of the yard. So let's do that. Looks like another beautiful day here in Reno. Let's check what the weather is. 64 degrees, so kind of brisk, but really nice, really comfortable. Great day to be on the train. I threw an EOT on this train. I don't know if they would even use it for such a short little trip in real life. I'm not sure, but I figured let's just throw it on so we could do that brake test. So we'll probably have to wait here a little bit. I'm gonna obviously fast forward here so you don't have to wait the whole time, but once this train passes, then we should be able to make our way. Oh yeah, I'm not even in, I was still in notch 1. There we go. Okay, this guy's stopping for a crew change, which I think is going to completely prevent us from getting out of the yard. Otto, you gonna help us out here? Oh, there we go. All right, we got an approach signal, and let me just make sure he's routing us the right way. He's got us coming out of the yard. All right, but I got to make sure he crosses us over into the industrial park. So I gotta keep an eye on him. So I just need to double check, because sometimes it won't route you exactly where you tell him to route you. So I just want to make sure, otherwise we're just going to go right past it. Let's take another quick look. Yeah, see, he's routing us right past. So I'm going to have to step in here. I'm going to turn auto off. I'm going to change this signal. Let's see where we're... Yeah, okay, we're not even close, so we're good. And then once this dark signal clears, then I can do the crossover and get us into the industrial park, and there we go. And our first stop is going to be the Reno Auto Dock. What's the speed limit now? We're at... Oh, we can do 40. And we're reducing to 25 in a mile. Let me get my counter going here. So when I see 5,000 on that counter, I know we got to get down to 25 miles an hour. But right now we're good for 40. So I think we're pretty close. That's probably where we're crossing over, just up there ahead. and I got to be going 25, which we're almost pretty much there. So I guess I can stop that counter. Because we are on a bit of an uphill, so the train's slowing down a little bit. I could probably put it back in notch 4. So this looks like downtown Reno up ahead. Then coming up on the right here is Reno Salvage and Steel, or just Reno Salvage it's called, where this crane is. We're going to be doing that last on our way back. You can see we got some loaded gondolas to pick up. I think we got a few to drop off, some empties. Alright, so we're already at the Reno Industrial Park, so that was pretty quick. And now we're looking for the very next industry on the right is going to be the Reno. Oh, here it is right here, where that boxcar is. So this is the Reno Auto Dock. And what I'm going to do here is stop before we get to this switch. Let's see, let's put it in neutral. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this Southern Pacific unit just temporarily in this side track here. Oh, I got to back up just a little bit. Alright, now we'll take them forwards. Alright, now I can just throw this Southern Pacific over here. Oh, I realized I didn't turn my headlights on yet. Okay, that should be good right there. Guess I'll shut her down while it's just sitting here so it's not idling. All right, now we can just reconnect the air hose here, and then we'll be ready to do the switch out this industry right here, this Reno auto dock. All right, let's take them forward. Oh, wait a minute. Got to pull the handbrakes off. There we go. Oh, you know what? I got to remember to pull off the EOT as well. Why does it say 76 on the EQ? How'd that happen? I got the angle. Well, let's pull this off. Why is it saying 76? Oh, I never released. I guess I had him on before and never released him. The train brake. But I did just hit it now just to slow down, but I just tapped it. I didn't, unless I didn't, maybe I didn't release it from the first time. I don't know, I'm all confused. All right, let's take these back because we got this one right here for the Reno auto dock. Oh, we're a slight downhill. Man, I'm really struggling to slow down here. Hang on, hold on. Oh, we just hit the bumper. Ugh. That's open. Oh, you know what? I bet you the rear is open. Yep. Close that up. All right, now we can pull it out. Oh, I got the headlights on this one somehow. I think I might have to change these controls back. I recently changed my controls on my keyboard. I'm using a different keyboard, so I'm making a few mistakes here. I'm hitting the wrong key. Oh, I thought we were going to hit it, but we're actually got a little bit of a little space. Let's push it back a little bit. There we go. All right, that does it for the Reno Auto Dock. Now we can grab that empty, and then next we're going to go over to Reno Lumber. Oh, this is the channel here where the train tracks go down to the Reno Amtrak station down there. I got to watch my speed because the independent, the locomotive brake here is not really doing. Oh, well, actually, never mind, because when we were pulling in there, I still had it in notch 1 and I didn't realize it. And I was like, man, the independent brake's not really doing anything. And I forgot I was still in notch 1. All right, so let's get the air hose hooked up, and then we can open this partially, and then we'll head over to Reno Lumber. What is that up on the right? That's Martin Ironworks. All right. don't think I've ever seen this pawn shop here on the left. How about that? Cash for gold? Oh, here we go. We're coming up to right here. These, we gotta start slowing down here. So on the left here, this is Reno lumber. Let's see what's going on over here. So it looks like we are picking up this empty. Let's get the tags on. We got this empty here. And we've got, this one's got to stay. So I think we got, well, how many do we have to drop off too? We got to look at that. We got one to drop off, and we got to pull this empty one out, but we got to leave this loaded one here. Wait, what am I doing? I need to uncouple here. I think I'll keep this one on while we pull these out. Seems like a nice little town here in Reno. Okay, so let's pull all of them out, and then I'll put the two loaded ones back in. Oh, shoot. Normally, I just use the F7 air brake cheat, but I thought for this local job video, let's just do it legit. We'll do the whole thing realistic. Okay, now we can take them out. This has been a little bit tricky here. I'm struggling to slow down on time. Okay, this one's here. We'll put the handbrake on this one. That's going back to Sparks, and then now I can set out these two loaded ones. Oh, I didn't get an air dump because I... Did I not open that? I thought that was open. Huh. This looks like the perfect spot to end part 1 of the LRA63, but stay tuned, we'll be picking up right here.